Hello, I'm Adam Weigold, CEO and founder of Cryptyk. What we're doing is using blockchain for cloud security and storage. We're an IBM embedded solutions partner, the first blockchain company to be one. They've given us about $2 million of resources to help us, and ultimately they're going to white label our product. We're also the first blockchain company to get into enterprise security's top 10 security startups. So let's talk about the problem. We're trying to solve a $1 trillion problem. For every dollar that's spent on cloud storage, enterprises are spending $4 on security to protect that storage. But even with that, $25 is being stolen by the hackers. So it's not only very costly, it's very ineffective. The reasons for this are twofold. Number one, storage on the cloud is very centralized, which gives you a single point of vulnerability. Number two, there's many sources of attacks. There's external hacks, there's internal attacks, viral threats, operational threats, and surveillance threats. And usually, it costs an enterprise $50 to $60 per user per month to protect against all those threats. Usually, in addition to the cloud storage, there's 3 or 4 security vendors you have to go to, and they never interact with each other, so there's lots of holes. So the advantages of using blockchain technology of cloud storage are basically threefold. Number one, decentralized security with no single point of attack. Number two, there's a permanent record of every single transaction, every single user access, every single file sharing event. And number three, very low cost of file storage and data processing. Here's the problem with blockchain. Here's a problem with people like Filecoin or SIA or storage. It's access latency. If you store files on the blockchain, that's 20 seconds or 30 seconds access latency. The only real market of that is consumer backup. Enterprises don't want to use that, and that's 98% of the cloud storage market. Enterprises want to go to the cloud for user mobility and basically for real-time applications, live editing and the like. So 20 seconds kills you. All right, so this is our solution. We don't store files on the blockchain, we store files on a decentralized cloud. When we get a file, we encrypt it first, and then we divide it into 5 different pieces. Then we encrypt each piece a second time. So with each of these, 1/5 of each file, double encrypted. We store 1 piece on Box, 1 piece on Google Drive, 1 piece on Amazon, 1 piece on IBM now, and the like. So what that does, it gives us a highly decentralized platform, which is 100 times more secure than other blockchain storage platforms, and it's 100 times faster. So our access latency is about 200 milliseconds instead of 20 seconds. Then we integrate that with a blockchain platform, and that blockchain platform is just there to store a record of every single user access event, every single file sharing event, every single file update event. So what we're using is the best parts of both platforms, and we're avoiding the weakness of blockchain. I'll rush through this. Decentralized cloud storage is called Vault, and it's passively immune to external threats, because if you hack into Amazon or IBM or whatever, they have to break 2 levels of encryption, and then they only get 1/5 of a file, so it's useless to them. The whole principle is we don't try and stop the hackers from getting in, we just make sure that everything they hack is useless to them and it leaves some breadcrumbs or a traceable audit trail. It's also immune to viral threats. If you upload a virus, it's divided into 5 different pieces and doubly encrypted, so it can't communicate with each other and it can't execute. We also use a RAID infrastructure, which basically means that if one of those 5 storage nodes goes down, we can make up a file from the other 4. And Sentry is our blockchain security platform. Basically, as I said, it's an auditing platform. We can track and monitor every single file inside and outside an enterprise. It's blockchain agnostic, so we can sit it on any blockchain, including Ethereum or a private blockchain like Hyperledger, which is obviously an IBM thing. And if other blockchains come out in future, we'll be sitting on top of them. So it's the first single vendor complete solution for cloud storage and security, and we displaced 3 or 4 other vendors. It's also about 50% of the cost. I won't go into too much detail here, but we've got a fully working prototype, been up and running for about 6 months. We've invited 50 hackers from around the world to try and blow it up. We've had 2 hackers actually upload a virus into their own cloud account, and then they got very frustrated that they couldn't get the virus to work. It works just like Google Drive, just as fast, and we'll be releasing the free 2 gigabit storage solution to the public in about 3 weeks, I think. As you can see, we're really a B2B to C solution. Our target market is for enterprise, but every time our enterprises like banks share a file with our customers, they get a free 2 gigabit storage account. And some of those customers will upgrade to a professional version. So we're releasing a Cryptyk token. We're, let's see, quite 80% of the way through our token sale. I'm actually the guy that Michael Turpin said we've raised 80% in China. I've just spent 2 weeks in China, and they're going crazy over it. Pre-sale currently at about 10 cents. Public sale will be at 12.5 cents. And a third of our tokens are for investors, a third for Cryptyk shareholders, and a third are for a community that we basically have those tokens to give to customers to trial our product, to give to open source developers to write plugins, people like SAP and Salesforce, and also to develop new projects. So we're a true utility token. So don't worry about the forecast numbers there, but what it means is once we deploy our final product in Q2 next year, regardless of market sentiment, customer usage will drive our token price up. Basically, our prices are fixed in US dollars, but variable in our own tokens. So every time a customer purchases a product in US dollars or in any fiat, basically that gets automatically converted into our tokens, and that places demand on the market. Okay, so our team. Well, I'm a PhD in quantum physics. I've done 6 startups before this in Australia. We're based in San Francisco. I've had 2 public company acquisitions, and I've done an IPO. My co-founder, Raghu Kotha, he used to be head of security for Silicon Valley Bank and is a world-class white hat hacker. Our chief architect, Dennis McMasters, he's the guy who automated the New York Stock Exchange. We've got a great team of people, great team of advisors. I should say our first angel investor 2 years ago, Jennifer Peng. She's the youngest executive director at Morgan Stanley. She used to be CEO of Morgan Stanley Hong Kong. And a JD & Law, very useful to have a lawyer on our board. So that's it. They're my contact details. If you want to talk to me afterwards or email me, please be my guest. Thank you very much.